So, you picked Blue Mary. Yes, finally, she has been announced for KOF 15. I knew she was going to eventually show up because, she has a model in 14. And honestly, so far, these models don't look that much different. Just a few of the main characters look a little different and different level 3s. But other than that, it doesn't really look that much graphical different wise. So, I'm pretty sure I had a safe bet that she was going to make it. But now the question was, I was going to do a So You Pick, but which one did I do? My favorite KOF 2002 or my favorite version of Blue Mary KOF 14? So I said, you know what? Why'd I do 2 videos? So we're going to start off with 2002 because that's the one I've been playing the most because it has rollback netcode. Because you know how that shit go. As Blue Mary, your job is to rush them down with the mix-ups and they keep blocking everything. Grab them. But yeah, she's a rush down grappler and I love it. This style of hers is one of my favorite styles because I'm a big fan of rush down and I've always been a fan of grapplers that aren't big and hokey. So yeah, she's one of my favorite characters of all time. She's definitely in the top 5 list. So when it comes to normals, she basically has some of the same just regular normals. But her heavy punch from afar has some good reach. She steps forwards and does this little lunge punch. It has some good range. And then she also, if you hold forward or back light kick, she does this little spinning kick that does a mid to a low. And some people don't notice that because her heavy kick from afar is the same kick. So you don't know if that low is going to come out or not. So you can fake them out, do just the heavy kick, then go into a grab or a move. Or you can do the light version where it goes bop, then that low, and then you can catch them with a slide or something like that. Because you can cancel into any moves out of that light kick version. Now, one of my favorite moves from her is spin fall. It's a good reaching overhead, but oddly enough, the heavy version is not an overhead. You can block that. It covers a lot of ground, about half the screen, a little bit more than half the screen. But for some reason, you can block that while crouching. But if you do the light version, they can't block it. So you can just straight overhead them with that. So you can catch some good mix-ups, do something simple, then just go for the light overhead. And on both versions, on hit, if you do the input again, she goes into a grapple. So then she'll do an arm bar and break the neck for more damage. So that's always good to use. Next, she has a slide kick, which is a charge motion. The only charge motion she got, thank goodness. But it's also a good move because from the heavy version, she can slide all the way across the screen. Light version, not so much. But this also goes into a leg lock if you just do down forward kick. Or you can switch it up and do a thunder punch, which is down forward punch, to up kick, which is a OTG kick. Honestly, you should do that one more, but the window for that one's a little bit smaller, so you may miss that one. So until you get that down right in a fight, you should just go for the leg lock again, because the window's a lot bigger for that one. Now, she also has a DP, but it's a kick instead of a punch button where she just lunges into the air with a kick. And just like the other 2 moves, if you input it again, she goes into a leg lock in the air and comes crashing down with your body. Now, this is a really good DP. I usually just, smash it because it's easy just to do DP again, and then bam, you put them into the leg lock. I mean, even if they block you, it's safe to just to do it again to be sure, because you're stuck in the air anyway if you don't do the input or not. And again, it's more damage, so why not just do the input again? Because there's no point of just doing the kick. And now for my favorite move from her, Rail Counter. All it does is just make her completely invulnerable to all attacks, all special moves, all supers, except grabs. Of course, she's gonna get grabbed out of it. But she just sits there, will flay her little arm, and then nothing happens to her. She can't get hurt by anything. Like even Ralph's tackle, if you do it right, completely goes past her. And then and the best thing about this, she has a command grab out of this. So on wake up, instead of DPing, I usually just say, then command grab. On their wake up, then command grab, because they can't hit you. The only thing they can do is jump. And even if they jump, if you hold it out long enough, they're gonna come down with a kick and it's gonna miss, and then you can grab them. So if you can anticipate the jump, you can just say, you come back down, grab. I love this move. It's just so fun. She says hi, and then you can't touch her. None of your moves work. I'm just gonna sit here and be taunting you. It looks like a taunt too. That's the best part. So she just sits there like, can't touch me. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Then grab you. And then the best thing about it, the grab is a German suplex. One of my favorite grapples of all time. That's one of my favorite moves. She also has a counter for the kicks with light being mid and heavy being low. But I never use them. Honestly, you're better off just using real counter instead of using those counters, because real counter dodges everything and then you can just slam them. I mean, you can use this one too, but I prefer using real counter more and more. And quick update, because I decided to try to show what the counter looks like, and turns out I was completely wrong. Light is an anti-air counter, while heavy kick is a freaking mid-high counter. It does not counter lows at all, even though she goes to the ground like she dips downwards. And it also tosses up in the air, which you can do her anti-air super into, but it's very perfect timing. If you do it too early, she's just gonna Tiger Knee him. If you do it too late, you're just gonna miss it. So I still don't really recommend it. In the air one, the counter the air, you can again just do real counter and they'll just miss the kick and then you grab them. So again, real counter is still better, but that was just an update since I said what they do was wrong. For her supers, the Raging Demon, for some reason, for her anti-air super, it's the Raging Demon input. And if you do it backwards, well, not backwards, but like in Street Fighter 4, where instead of doing light punch forward, light kick, heavy punch, for her 2-bar super is light punch back, light kick, heavy punch. But it's a pretty good anti-air. It does some damage, and then funny enough, you can combo into it. Remember that light kick I was talking about that goes to mid to low? If you input the super right after that, you can catch them. Funny enough, I honestly didn't think that would work, but I saw a combo tutorial and he caught it. I was like, oh snap. So that's like the best kick in the game. Gotcha. She has a ground super called the Splash Rose, where she just like does a mini maximum Blue Mary. It's pretty okay. I barely ever use it. I usually just go for the anti-air anticipation, or mainly her Infinity Rose, where it's a command grab. No, not Infinity Rose, not that, my bad. Typhoon is the command grab. It doesn't really do that much damage, but it's a command grab, and well, you can't miss it if they're right there. But Infinity Rose is her max 2, where basically it's just her super version of the slide kick. It slides across the screen and then she goes into all these crazy grapples and do a lot of damage. You can combo into it just like how you can combo into all the other ones with her that special light kick I was telling you about. Basically everything can go into that special light kick. You can do the regular style, you can do any super, you can do the overhead. That's actually really good because you can say bop, bop low, and then overhead. So yeah, that's gonna be your key to do almost all her moves. Blue Mary is one of the funnest characters in KOF. She has so much mix-up potential. She got lows for days. She got a nice overhead. She can just stop any attack and grab you out of it. The only problem is, if you miss any of that, she is completely open and very punchable. But dang, and she's not fun because she, like, just her essence in general is hype. She looks cool. She got an extra belt for no reason. She's sitting there taunting people. She got them crazy grapples and she's just having fun with it, and I'm here for it. I love Blue Mary. All in all, if you love Rushdown and a little bit of grappling, Blue Mary is a dream come blue. Oh, that was bad.